Welcome to the first lesson of how to earn respect from your clients and double your worth. The whole goal of this mini course really is for you to hear 3 quick lessons on some small changes you can make in your business that will have a huge impact. Perhaps you are thinking about starting a business, or you already have your own business and you're running into trouble for people understanding not only what it is you do, but how you can help them. And whenever there's a disconnect in that, they don't always understand the value that you bring to the table. And you may have problems in commanding a certain pricing, or at least getting the type of clients you want. Not only that, but you may recognize the difference between a 9-to-5 and running your own business. With a 9-to-5 job, things are somewhat taken care of you. There's a list of tasks for you to do, and you deliver on those tasks. However, when you have your own business, you wear multiple hats. You're in charge of billing. You're in charge of marketing. You're in charge of sales. You're in charge of communicating to a client, writing proposals. The list goes on. And because there's a difference, you have to understand that there are a core element of business, whether you have a 9-to-5 or whether you have your own business. The core of business is still the same, and that is you are in the business of solving problems. So no matter the type of business, it all revolves around solving problems. It's just that you must take control in fully defining what solving problems means to your potential client. Clients are coming to you not only because they want to work with you, but they want a certain end result. And that end result must do 2 things. It either needs to make them money or save them money. And a substitute of saving money could be saving them time, because time also is valuable as well. So the problem you're solving not only needs to be the right deliverable, but it also needs to be of a benefit to your client in either saving time or saving them money or making them money. Simply put, there needs to be a return on the investment that the client made, and their business needs to be made better after working with you than it was before. The better you can define what the actual problem is, the clearer it will be on why someone should seek you out to use your services. I work as a web designer, and I'll give a quick example. So as a web designer, I could say I make websites, but is that a problem for somebody? Here is a better way to define that. I could say of myself that as a web designer, I provide you a digital home so you don't have to go through the process of creating a brick and mortar store. That definition is a little deeper, and people can see that building and setting up a brick and mortar store has a lot to it, and doing it virtually is a benefit and gets rid of the upfront cost of starting a business. There's value there. That's your first task. Your first task is to define what business problem you're actually solving. And the better you define this, the easier it is to communicate how you can help someone. A hint at finding out how you can define what the business problem is to look at the common questions that are being asked around your specialty. If you're able to answer these questions with your service, then you can do a greater job in defining what the business problem is you're solving. Another key thing to think about is the problem might not be as obvious as you think it is. Let's look at an example. Let's say you are a search engine optimization consultant, and somebody comes to you and says they want to be on the first page of Google. You may make the mistake of thinking that's their problem and that's the thing that needs to be solved. But not exactly, because even if you change things about their website, or you change the copywriting on their website, and maybe they rank higher organically and finally end up on the first page, there's no guarantee that people will click their specific link and eventually get to their site and then buy their services. So really, the main thing to answer is they want others to purchase their services, and being on the first page of Google may be a part of that strategy. However, the real thing they're looking for is, how can I create content that gets me on the first page of Google for what my clients are searching for? And how can I create content that resonates with them and leads them down the sales funnel to getting connected to my services? What I just said is wildly different from I want to be on the first page of Google. So when working with clients, you may have to ask the deeper questions in order to uncover what the true problems are. With the example I just gave, being on the first page of Google is a task or something to accomplish, but it's not necessarily the goal. When you're solving problems, you want to solve those problems that lead people towards the end goal in their business. If you haven't done so yet, make sure that you're subscribed so I can send you detailed information on how you can come up with your own unique definition of how you solve business problems for your potential clients. But going from there, think about it. What problems do your clients already have? And if you're not sure, reach out to them and ask them. There's nothing wrong with calling potential clients or calling people who may be in your target market and just asking them general questions to find out what the problem is. In this lesson, we talked about solving a business problem. And really going from there, the next step is to understand how can you present yourself so that somebody trusts you enough to know that you can solve the problem for you. That's positioning and perception. And that's what we're going to get into in the next lesson.